Hello, my name is swissbianco. In this video I will talk about the ganzo knife 717B. This is a clear copy of a American South African design. The mechanism was originally a frame lock and it got altered with using axis lock that is also a US design. So it's one of the more typical ganzo knives that they simply took a design and altered the locking mechanism. Apparently the ganzo company likes the axis lock because it's more simple and easy to manufacture than a frame lock or a liner lock for them. The axis lock on their knife is also a bit different than the original one from Benchmade. The part that slides here is more simple made. As you take it apart, that is one single piece and not made out of multiple parts screwed together. So all in all, for sure that's going to be more easier to them to manufacture the knife, which results also in the price. Of course they don't pay any royalty for the patents and the design use either. So this one this one here was about $19 shipped directly from China. It features a 440C blade and the 717B. The B means black, so that has black G10 scales. They are heavily grooved and it's real G10. Quality was pretty good on this knife. It was quite likely slipping through the Chinese end control. It needed a complete disassembly and rework in some areas, as the spring that moved the axis lock did get stuck as they assembled it. The end control of course is not too much and too great in China in such kind of product, so it's a bit gamble if you get a good one or not. And if you can take it apart and fix it a bit yourself, that for sure only can help. Design flaw in the mechanics in this knife. In this knife model, they use the axis with many of their knives. That's the same design, and then it comes with a spring that goes below and then get looped up and hooked in here. So the distance between the middle point of the axis and the end of the spring is too big for this style of scales. The spring pushes below here, and if the scale would be a bit wider, about 2 mm, that would move freely. So this one has more force to be used to press this part back. If you want to go all the way back, as you could do with different variation with original Benchmade and all that. So that's just another design flaw that they put in, because they did not use a different spring for that smaller space that they have in here. And that is how that is. We can't hollow out the G10 more there because we are already pretty close by here. Another design flaw on this model is what we see here. I did already alter it. That part here I did alter. We see that it goes all the way down. It was as high up as the rest over here. Same on the other side. And as we close the knife, we see the thumb pins are a bit on the short side. So with my hands I did have trouble to reach, especially this smooth point here over the grooved part that would stand out all the way like it is over here. So we see I did round that a bit off, so I can come with my thumb better and open it. And this of course from the left hand as well. That only makes sense if we can use the knife with the left hand too, with the axis lock system, because that is usable for both hands. On the positive side, the clip works pretty well, has some good gripping surface here at the end to take it out of the pocket. We have a good lanyard hole there, and the clip can be put on the other side as well. So this knife is actually for right and left hand people. That works really well there, no problem at all, because it has all the main features for both sides. We have the thumb stud on both sides, the axis lock, and the pocket clip is reversible as well. So that is pretty nice. It's an open web construction. They did use Loctite on the screws. Quality is pretty well. Again, I simply had bad luck, get one that was a bit stuck, but as you take it apart you can easy and simple fix it. Quality wise, otherwise it's really well made. 440C stainless steel, the hardness they say is 58, and they say it's 440C, but who knows for real. The blade is flat ground and then put a stone wash finish on it. That covers up any scratches. I did already resharpen this blade here a bit, as it did not work from start. And we have also as a feature on top just a little bit jimping, and the whole length of the back of the blade is rounded off. Really nice rounded off there. So that gives you quite a smooth feeling of the blade back there. As we put it in as we fold it up, then we see most of the blade is relative close by the handle. It's not gonna stick out too much there. We see again the problem that we have here, that originally you have a hard time open it, and because of the rounded part here, that is not gonna wiggle too much on fabric or do damage. Of course, the opposite is then the jagged edge of the G10 that is grooved all the way. I'm gonna smooth out this portion quick and simple too then, but I did want to do a video on how the knife looks mostly like from the factory. So that's about that. They also make a variation in a orange G10 and in a more grayish sand color G10 as well. I did not buy this. I simply did wanna test out the model, and so far after fixing it up it was pretty good. The knife got, as usually with the ganzo, supplied in that kind of bag. They say they come also with a box, but quite likely the Chinese reseller did drop the box for more economical shipping. Again, this knife is I would say you find it online for less than $20 for sure, with free shipping to USA. So that, if you look a bit around, it's maybe even more, like $18. So for that price it is quite a deal, as long as it works out of the box. If you can work a bit on it and fix it up. If you can't do that, then it's a gamble, 50-50, if that Chinese item gonna work for you or not. So that much about the Ganzo 717B knife.